Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Empath Divine, and I hope all is well. Hope you're staying safe and staying blessed. And this reading is going to be for my Virgos, all Sun, Moon, and all Sun, Moon, and Venus rising signs. And this is for the weeks ahead for July 20th through the 31st. I decided to do a bonus week reading. Usually I would just do a 7 card pick, but I did a 14 card pick, and I took 2 cards from the bottom of the deck to give it extra clarity and overall into your reading. Also, I have 2 Oracle Inner Guidance readings and a message from the universe to give you extra clarity and messages from my spirit index box as well. Please remember, my Virgos, always take what resonates. Do not carry energy and stuff that does not resonate with you, okay? It's just like you're carrying unnecessary energy. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. You can also always look at your opposite sign as well too, Virgo, to give you extra clarification in your reading. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what your opposite sign is. I'm sorry, I'll be forgetting. So so just look up what Virgo opposite sign is, and then you can always look it up to give you extra insight to your reading. Before I begin your reading, I just want to tell you, if you are appreciating my channel, you love the energy, the vibe I'm giving, the readings for you, the messages, please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And I'm not gonna keep saying it until I get a whole bunch of followers, then I'll shut up for a little bit. But hit and subscribe, hit the bell button, so you can just be alerted when I have new readings that's coming up. You also can follow me at Empath Divine on Instagram. I have readings up there as well, healing messages. Sometimes I do surprises on here too. So yeah, okay. So now we about to dive on in, Virgo, and get this over with. Okay, so Virgo, I really was putting to pieces your whole story, and my Virgos, you guys have a lot of emotion going on. You've been carrying a lot of stuff, but I really do feel like an ending is really coming near for you. It's time for something new to be birthed, okay? And it's time for you to really let go of the past, okay? So let's get started with you. You have a lot of swords energy, and with this swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but it's really within thoughts and how you've been feeling. So, having this Two of Swords card is basically saying that you are basically in fear of something. You don't want to face an issue or a challenge because maybe you're afraid of the outcome of what it's going to be. But Spirit doesn't want you to take it too serious, because once you really see it for what it is, it's like you will be like, okay, I can get through this situation. I've been through things far more worse than this. I can get through this situation. So really, it's the Two of Swords energy is really you just being blind to something. Like, you don't really want to face and come to grips with a situation. You don't want to believe that this is the issue. And a lot of you could be really stuck on the past too, holding on to a situation that you really need to, see it for what it is, embrace it, and heal from it and let it go, okay? Also with this Two of Swords energy, you have the 9, okay? And this is really just showing, like, just feeling down. You really felt like you just nothing. You really feel depressed. You really feel stressed. You're probably not even getting sleep. Your anxiety is up. Your depression is up. You really just feel like, letting go. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you really just feel like, okay, I just really can't catch a break for anything. I really do. I don't like this card because this is really like a depressive card, and you guys really could be in a depressive mode. And I mean, right after the 9 of Swords, you have the 10 of Swords that go right after it. So this feeling is really feeling betrayed, like you've been stabbed in the back. You really just feel like, you can't get up from this situation. You are stuck to lay here and like die. Like, that's the energy that you are feeling. These are thoughts that you are feeling, and this is Spirit letting you know that these feelings are going to end. And a lot of situations had to happen for you to really see a person or a situation for who they were, and this is why these endings had to take place and happen, okay? And also you have the Death card that's right behind it. And the Death card really clarifies this whole emotions of what you're feeling. And the Death card is really showing you that it's time for something to die, because there's something new being rebirthed in the making. And I instantly heard you need to let go. So I really don't know if this is a breakup for most of you, You know, maybe for some of you this could be a loss, somebody passed away that was close to you, but I really do feel like this is more of a betrayal and a breakup, and it's like you guys really need to come to grips, and you really need to learn to let go. You also need to learn to forgive yourself in the process, and you need to face the fear and just face not the consequences, but really just face this situation head on. So then, you know, once you do that, that situation dies, and then a new birth can come in. Okay, you know, and you know, definitely you've been very emotional. Oh my gosh, you guys really have a lot of emotions. You've really been crying at night, really just asking and talking to God about why certain things are happening. I really do feel for some of you this can really be a relationship, and maybe this relationship really meant a lot to you, but this person really was just an asshole, really was a toxic person, really wasn't no good for you. Okay, because you know, right after the moon you do have the Six of Cups card, and this is really about reflecting. So really, I really feel like you guys been reflecting a lot on the past and probably thinking about the good times you did have with somebody. You know, you could also be reflecting on your inner child and you know, what happened to you as a child. Maybe something really toxic and traumatic happened to you as a child, and you really, you know, don't really want to face this issue, but you're really gonna have to face these issues in order to heal and move on, so a new beginning could take place. And I mean, I do see you guys actually coming to grips and healing from this situation, because I feel like right after this card it really starts to get better for you guys. So it's just really like, I feel like you guys are coming to grip. Maybe a lot of you are coming into the acceptance mode and the healing mode, and this is really like the aftermath of your healing journey, where you just really letting out the emotions, but you know, you really have to face the situation head on to fully, you know, heal from it. You know, don't be blind to it, because you have the Eight of Cups, and it's really basically letting you know, like, you know, don't worry about the cups that overflow, or you know, the hurt and the damage, or what someone calls you. You know, just stay focused on, you know, new opportunities, new love to come in. So I really do feel like for you Virgos, this really could be a traumatic heartbreak, or it really could even just be a toxic upbringing as well too. But the good part of all of this though, you know, you come through all these emotions, what I just said, right? And you're gonna come back on top, because you have the Page of Swords, and this is fire energy. So it's like you're gonna regain yourself back. You're gonna regain that drive, that passion, that dedication, and that confidence. You're gonna gain it back. Okay, so I really do feel like you guys are going through a spiritual awakening period, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because at the bottom of the deck you have the Judgment card. So it's really, you're going through a spiritual cleansing moment right now, and you're really just going through all the hurt you've been through in the past and your trauma, and you're really just healing from it. So you have to let all this out, so new beginnings could take place. And once you know, heal, and you learn to accept, you know, situations for what it is, and forgive, and you know, move on from it, and heal and forgive and love yourself, you begin to get this fire and drive in you. So you go from a Page of Wands, you know, something you're going to hear that's going to give you that drive and motivation, and you know, it could just be your own inner thoughts and your own inner confidence, and then you're going to get right on Queen mode, you know, and you're going to get that Queen of Wands energy, and you're going to be, you know, taking control of your actions, taking control of your emotion, taking control and gaining control over your situations. Okay, so this is very powerful. You know, you're going to come from feeling like you can't move, feeling like it's the end period, to allowing yourself to heal from it, and then getting back on top the way how you know you usually are. Okay, so within the last week you guys have your Pentacles. Now we know the Pentacles represent you guys, so your Pentacles is going from 6, 7, 8, and bam, it's going right to the King of Pentacles. So basically the Six of Pentacles is really telling me that you guys really have been helping people a lot with your finances. You've probably been going through things yourself, but you have that kind heart that you just don't like to see people struggling, and you've been helping. But I did hear something immediately say, please do not help people that don't want to be helped, or don't let anybody take advantage of you in the process. Okay, because I really do feel like you might have some narcissistic, toxic people around that might be trying to overtake advantage of the situation of you helping them. Okay, because they have to help themselves at the same time too. Okay, but if it's not like that in your situation, and you've just really been helping family and friends, you know, just know that you are getting blessed for this. Okay, because it's a balance. When you give, you receive. So this is letting you know that, you know, your blessings are coming to you double. Okay, for you, you know, just giving from the kindness of your heart. Because you know, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles, this is basically letting you know, like, all your hard work is not going unnoticed. People notice what you're doing. People know that, like, yo, He or she is going through all this traumatic experience. They stressing, they're going through things, but if I need something, I can call on them and they're here for me in a heartbeat. So like that is going around. Like even with you working hard at work or taking hours and stuff for people, it's really like, being noticed, okay? And your blessings is coming in fruition because of that, okay? And right after that, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and this basically is just saying that you really have been working hard, no matter despite the energy and the way you've been feeling. You really still been focused on your finances and just having that stability and that comfort. Now, I do want to say not all Virgos may be going through this emotional period, okay? But I do feel a good amount of you Virgos have been going through stuff emotionally, okay? But for others, don't let it resonate, like I said. But you have been focusing on your pentacles, working hard, investing, putting in that extra work, and I'm telling you, it's going to pay off, because guess what you got? You got the King of Pentacles, and when you get that King of Pentacles energy, that's really showing that a person that really on top of their game, and they have control and stability over their finances. They have their money in check, they got their business in check, they their family is good, they have stability, they're loyal people, hardworking people, smart people, move at their own pace. But you're going from that King of Pentacle energy, just really showing that you are going to have control over your finances, okay? You're not going to have anybody controlling your money for you, and your blessings are definitely coming from the the honest work that you're putting in, and the hard work that you're putting in is not going unnoticed, okay? Spirit sees this, and you're getting your doubles, your blessings in double, okay? Now, you have the Hierophant card. Now, I will say that it could be a Taurus around in your life, okay? You could have a Taurus friend, a Taurus family member, a Taurus lover that really is a teacher that really helps you and motivates you, giving you the confidence that you need in your life. They probably have been, being that it came after the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, this person really could be a financial help for you. They could be like a financial planner for you to really help you be on your A game. That's for some. But for others, this can basically just be you getting into a teaching aspect. Maybe you've been teaching yourself how to save. Maybe you've been teaching, like I said, you've been teaching yourself about confidence. You've been teaching yourself how to get out of anxiety, or you've been teaching yourself to build your self-esteem. Or for others, this can be you taking on a teaching job. Maybe you want to teach, you want to help motivate people, you want to teach people about, their finances, or maybe you want to teach people how to grieve or to heal. I really do see a spiritual aspect that can really help and motivate others, okay? This is really like what your game plan on. It's like, how can I help others and uplift others with what I've been through? Because remember, you have the Page and Queen of Wands, and that's like drive, dedication, and that's a boss mode type person. So that's the energy you're leading. Now, the reason why I said for a lot of you Virgos, I feel you're coming into your spirituality, because you have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is all about a spiritual awakening period that you're going through. The spiritual awakening period is awakening of a new beginning, and you do have the Death card, and the Death card describes something dying, so a new birth could begin, and this new birth can be you. This new birth can be you coming into your spirituality, coming into yourself. You have a new perspective of life. You're loving yourself. You're having confidence. You're having that strength. You learn to forgive people. You're speaking your mind. You're not holding back anymore. You're not having this Two of Swords energy that you're afraid to face your fears and face things head on, because you're afraid you're going to be judged and ridiculed. So it's like basically this is spiritual awakening period, is a wake-up call that you're having. And the last card, last but not least, is the World card, and it's just basically telling you a new world is starting for you. You're really on a new world now. You're on a new page. A lot of you, I really do feel like, came into spirituality now. You might have spiritual gifts. You may be empath. You might have psychic or medium abilities. Or even if you're not in a spiritual gift, it's really that you're changing for the better. You're not being that stressed, depressed, anxiety, low self-esteem person. You have built your confidence up. You have learned to, let go of negative things that don't serve you. You learn to forgive people and forgive yourself, and you're really on that path that you want to motivate others as well too. So this is definitely good to have the World card, because the World cards really let you know that new beginnings is taking place for you, okay? And you're living a different path now. So this is beautiful for you Virgos, because you came out of a dark mode, and now you're like shining your light on others, and it's beautiful. So the two cards is an inner guidance message. You guys got two instead of one, and this is basically basically just summing up what I said about this Judgment card, and even with this Hempheret card, and then you have the King of Wands card, and it's basically about you sharing your voice. Okay, just coming out of that Two of Swords energy of hiding and facing your fears, and this is about you coming out of the cave and really expressing your thoughts, really sharing to people what's been bothering you, just really holding your ground and speaking your mind without being afraid of being judged. Okay, so this is really you coming out of that cave now. Use your voice, tell people how you feel, tell people how they treat you, really just speak it out there. Okay, that's beautiful. It's very powerful. It has a lot to do, I really feel, with the Hempheret card, because this is like a teaching and of authority. People will listen. Okay, and you also have the Boundaries card, and this is really saying, like, when do you need to establish better boundaries? So it's like, when do you need to open your mouth up and cut the cords? When do you need to say no to something? Everybody has their hands out trying to pull at you for this and for that. When are you going to open up your mouth and say, no, enough is enough, I don't deserve this, and that? So this is about boundaries now, that you have to set boundaries for yourself and boundaries for others. It's about respect. Okay, and people have to, I heard you have to earn respect to get respect, and it's like people want you to give them all the respect, but then they can't respect your boundaries, they can't respect your space, they can't respect, your new way of living. So this is all about you putting your foot down, coming out that cave and speaking your mind about what you allow and what you do not no longer allow no more. Okay, so that is beautiful. Now the message I have here from the universe, this is what I just said, because you have the Judgment card. I feel like a lot of you are in a spiritual awakening period because you have increased awareness, and this is basically just saying that your higher conscious is speaking, you're hearing intuitions, you're probably having dreams that has meanings, you're seeing numbers, you're probably having dreams of people that passed over and they're really giving you messages. So you have the gift, and it's the Spirit telling you, listen to your intuition, listen to your inner thoughts. Whatever they're telling you to go about, they're not steering you wrong, they're guiding you, to the right direction. Okay, so this is very beautiful. I really just heard the word empowerment. So you're really coming out of a dark mode into an empowerment mode. So this is like really good, especially if some of you Virgos were dealing in an abusive relationship or just some narcissist relationship. This is a good feeling to come out of it, because you guys really been in the dark for a very long time. Okay, too many cards just came out. One fell on the floor. It fell too far for me. I'm just really not gonna pick that up. Okay, let's see what these Spirit Messages cards say. Look at that. What did I just tell you guys? You have the spiritual gift. I just said that. You guys are very spiritual and tuned people. I felt that. Angel number 1092. Look up the meaning to that for extra clarification. Fortune. Yes. Yep. Fortune is coming your way. You're lovable. I really do feel like you guys need to say that every day to yourself. Have faith in anything that you do. You're really, you're in that judgment mode, so you're really like finding the purpose of your life. You're really finding the meaning of your life and really going for your happiness. See, Earth Helper, a lot of you really have a gift to be able to help and heal people. I'm in charge of my life. Tell yourself that every day. Don't ever have that feeling that someone has power over you. I don't chase, I attract. Look at that. Time to move on. Angel number 251. I do feel like I just said this. I feel like this situation was you guys dealing with some kind of, marriage or just a toxic relationship or environment, whether that be with someone you were, dealing with intimately, or this really could just be a family member. But it's really time for you to move on from this situation. I love this card when people get this card. If you're reading this, claim your blessing. This is angel number 1188. Really read this, because this is a blessing for you, for your reading, okay? And pray about it. Do a prayer after you read this, okay? Look at this. All good things are coming to me. Speak that into existence. Get a notepad and write that as an affirmation for you too, Virgo, okay? I mean, this was a very powerful reading for you, Virgos, because I really feel like a lot of you have really came out of this dark period mode of control. And, for even if it's some men reading it, you probably felt emasculated for some time. It's just really an empowerment moment for you. And there's so many new opportunities coming for you, and I'm really glad that you are finding yourself and knowing your worth. This is beautiful for you, Virgos. So, please check your opposite sign as well to give you extra clarity and insight for your weeks ahead. But this is a beautiful week ahead. You should be proud of yourself. You're coming out of that dark period mode and into the light, and you're shining your gifts as well to help and heal others in this process. And you're definitely getting blessed for your, your hard work and your honest dedication as well too. So, until next time, my Virgos, just please keep your positive energy up. Stay safe. Stay blessed. I'm really happy for you for this reading. This reading makes me really feel good because, like I said, if any of you Virgos are dealing with any kind of domestic or narcissist or Virgo abuse, you can hit me up on my email and I will give you affirmation emails to uplift you with encouragement. I just really feel that kind of dark molderness because I keep seeing darkness, but then I see a sun shining in it too. So that's really good. I see blue and then I see dark. So this is showing that you're coming out of that cave and feeling like you can't move. And this is a beautiful reading for you guys. So until next time, my Virgos, stay safe and stay blessed.